The bank heist of the century.
Jenny is
I know I look like I'm the one who's about to rob the bank, but trust me,
working the
I'm
night
not.
shift at a cash depot in Sweden. She's counting bank
Oh, so she's working the night shift at a cash depot in Sweden. Okay.
notes. Tons of money. But by now, it's just pieces of paper to her. Routine, really.
Does Sweden have Leonardo da Vinci on their coins? Is that Leonardo da Vinci or Isaac? I don't even know, bro.
Just like these headphones she and the others are wearing to block out the noise. But suddenly, a new sound starts to creep in. Wait, is that a helicopter? This
Bro, when you start, oh my god, when you start having helicopters, you're beyond like a normal criminal, bro. Like, you gotta be praised. Like, genuinely, if you've got helicopters involved in a heist, you got that shit, man. You can have it.
is the beginning of one of the most spectacular bank heists in history. Robbers will strike several locations across Sweden at the exact same time. The police will be outmatched.
Bro, Sweden's moving different, bro. I thought it was just IKEA, PewDiePie, and meatballs. They got hella shit going on up there.
Authorities humiliated, and millions in cash will be stolen. The chase will lead investigators to Eastern Europe. And, of all things, a security camera at a local McDonald's will provide a crucial clue. We dug through countless court documents to piece together how the Vestberga heist actually went down, and who was really behind it.
Oh my god, what do you mean who's really behind it? They must have arrested somebody, right? There's no way Fern discovered who robbed the heist, but who robbed the bank before the authorities did. What the fuck? Hell yeah, bro. This feels like, bro, real ones know Detective Conan. I don't know what if is it called Detective Conan? I don't know what it's called in English, bro. It's that one, that little kid with the watch that he shoots out, and that one detective, bro. Oh shit! Yo, lock in.
September 23, 2009. Spectacular robberies in Sweden have been making headlines for several years now. But this heist tops everything. As the international...
Bro, that's so petty, though. It's so petty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the chances of you getting caught, insane. The chances of literally anything going wrong, insane. And guess what? You're robbing, bro. If you're robbing a fucking McDonald's, bro, or like a gas station, you're getting 200 bucks. Like, what a dumbass, bro. Like, 400 bucks, 3 days worth of work for what? So you can go to jail for 20 years, bro?
Press turns its attention to the small town of Vestberga. The authorities are clueless. How much money was stolen? How many robbers were involved? And why couldn't the police stop them? According to a Swedish daily newspaper, police didn't reach the cash depot until 30 minutes after the alarm was triggered.
Holy, 30 minutes? What the fuck were they doing, bro?
Meanwhile, the nearest
What were they doing over there? Jerking each other off, bro?
station is only a 15-minute walk away. What happened? Official statements are vague. The security company that owns the cash depot stays quiet too.
Oh, did the criminals have a hand in this? Bro, you're dealing with some high-ass level crooks, bro. Like, these are the tier 100 mafia bosses, the ones in the ads where they be driving around in their Ferrari and hot chick.
G4S is one of the largest security firms in the world. They install security systems and protect sites such as nuclear power plants in the US and even the Pentagon. Right before the end of the month,
Oh, wow, that's very comforting.
depots like this one are packed with cash, so people across Sweden can withdraw their salaries the moment the money arrives.
Okay.
A pretty good time to strike. So
Smart.
far, only one thing is clear. This is the first robbery in Sweden.
Hold on, if they made more than 10 million off of this, I mean, they got helicopters involved, bro. If they didn't make over like 50 million, it's just not worth it, bro. There's a lot of people involved. You're gonna have to split it. You're risking like 80% chance you're gonna get
To
caught.
use a helicopter, a Bell 206. It's a
Okay.
relatively small, light chopper, one of the best-selling models ever. It can carry 5 people, including the pilot, but it isn't built for heavy loads. A well-known Swedish criminologist speculates that the robbers could have stolen up to 1 billion kroner from the depot. Back then,
How much is a fucking kroner?
$130 million.
Yeah, that's worth it. That's to be honest with you, that seems 130 million over 5 people. Each of them goes home with 23 million. Yeah, that's worth it. I can't lie. But what the fuck's a kroner? Yo, Sweden, explain yourself. Is that your fucking currency, bro? Kroner? That sounds like the shit that kills Superman.
Helicopter experts, on the other hand, say that carrying that much cash, it should have crashed. So how the hell did they pull this off? September 23, the early morning hours. Mittinge, a small town known for its sea views and peaceful atmosphere, is asleep. Alongside holiday homes, the town also has a hangar, housing these 2 helicopters. They belong to the Stockholm
They must have stolen them, right?
police.
No, they stole a police helicopter? Bro, these people are demons.
This man sneaking through the bushes has his eye on them. Under each arm, he's carrying a plastic box. The man places the first box in front of the hangar. Then he moves to the back and places the second one. Then he returns to the hangar's entrance and pulls out a hatchet. He smashes the numbered entry pad several times. Finally, he
Does that actually work? Because sometimes I see people like drilling locked doors, like from the lock. Does that actually open the door? I was always like, what the fuck are you doing?
disappears back into the darkness. And then, nothing happens. The man walks to the nearest bus stop and
They must have caught these people, right? Do you guys think they must? If they caught one of you, they're gonna catch all five because they're gonna start talking, bro. No one's gonna do 50 years so you can get away with 150 million.
gets rid of his gear. His part of the job is done. Now it's up to the others. Back at the depot. Down here, Jenny and her colleagues are counting cash. Up here, a Bell 206 barrels toward the building. With remarkable precision, it lands on the roof.
Holy
Perfectly
shit.
positioned between the glass pyramid and the edge. 3 people jump out. One is carrying a submachine gun. Another runs straight toward the pyramid and swings a
Bro, why do you need a submachine gun for? Come on, man. You're doing a heist. Why the fuck do you need a gun?
huge sledgehammer at the glass. Again and again. Meanwhile, his accomplice calmly unloads his gear. Explosives, climbing ropes, and mailbags. 2 ladders are attached
Bro, this is the shit I thought was only in movies, bro. These people actually exist. It's gotta be more about, like, they wanna, like, do something crazy. Like, part of it has to be the adrenaline. There's no way just someone wakes up and is like, you know how I'm gonna make $150 million? I'm gonna fucking blow up I'm gonna fucking blow up a bank vault. Like, who's thinking of this shit? Like, this has to be kind of like the dad lore. You get what I'm saying? Like, one of the most famous, I think he was Algerian bank heist members. Like, he was literally just saying that as growing up, he used to watch a lot of, like, criminal movies, and that inspired him, bro. Like, these people, a lot of them are just, like, fans almost that want to, like, replicate what they saw in movies.
the helicopter's skids. The robbers detach one of them and set it down beside the chopper. After a few more swings, the glass gives way. The helicopter lifts off. The robbers enter the building. Yenny's boss spots them. He knows they're coming for the counting room, so he rushes back and yells,
Secure the money!
What? Bro, like, it's not even, like, come on, man. You're not gonna have to pay that back yourself. It's all insured, for sure. Like, you can just fucking dip, bro. First priority should be getting everyone safe, bro, not securing the fucking money, bro.
Then he triggers the alarm and
Like,
calls
this is the thing I don't understand. People that care too much about their jobs, like, thank you for providing for the economy, but you know who really suffers from that shit is the people that work for you or under you, bro. Like, for example, when you have a really shit boss that really cares about his job, bro, he's gonna suck ass. Working's gonna suck ass. It's gonna be like, oh, did you do this? Did you not do that? Oh, why are you just standing there? Why don't you... Like, what a dickhead, bro. That's what makes bosses, like, they care too much. Like, he wanted the raise, so he's like, oh, we gotta secure the money. I don't want my record. Bro, like, come on. There's people there. Like, there's people with guns. You need a people to fucking escape, not secure the money.
building security. Yenny still doesn't fully clock what's going on, but her boss's instructions are clear. The cash has to be locked away in these cages,
No, Yenny, run. She has to know, okay, there's people here with guns. Run, Yenny.
made of reinforced steel,
God, I hate people who care too much about their jobs, bro.
secured with padlocks. It's still quiet at the police station, about a 10-minute drive from Vestberga. Inspector Guran Palm is about to finish his shift. He's waiting for his colleague to take over. When suddenly, the alarm sounds. Immediately, Inspector Palm rushes to his car. A colleague jumps in after him. They're told that the alarm came from the G4S cash depot. Helicopter, armed men, on the roof.
I can already tell where this is going. They stopped by a Krispy Kreme and the person making the donuts took a bit too long, bro. Like, these cops, bro. What the fuck do you mean it took you 30 minutes to get there?
Palm speeds toward the scene. He feels like he's starring in a Hollywood movie. Soon, they're closing in on the depot.
Kind of are, bro.
When Palm spots something on the road. The officers jump out of the car to find out what just happened. Chains, stretched across the entire road and
Oh my god, they planned this shit. God damn, bro, they're so smart. Damn, these criminals, man. Like, y'all could have, like, started a Ponzi scheme or, like, a pyramid. Like, why the fuck? Like, you could have started scamming people online. Why would you go straight up to heists, bro? Like, you got hella intelligent people working together.
studded with spikes. The robbers are inside the building now. They set up a ladder to climb up to the 6th floor. The main vault where the money is usually stored is on the 2nd floor, but the counting room is up here. To get there, This glass pane needs to go. Hitting it with a sledgehammer doesn't work. So the robber uses explosives. He presses a bomb made of dynamite against the glass, connects a wire, and detonates it. They enter the office and smash through this simple door. Now, just a single steel door separates the robbers from the cash depot's staff. In the counting room...
You know what's so insane to me? If anything here goes wrong, like imagine that glass didn't break. They're just stood there in the middle of the bank waiting for the police to come get their ass, bro. Like, what are you meant to do then? Is that where the gun comes in handy? God, I hope not.
The staff is still frantically securing the money. When they hear the explosion...
Guys, maybe you should fucking run? Maybe you should get out of there? Like, does your boss really care about securing the money that much, bro? Like, seriously, it's cash, bro. Like, fuck that. There's people about to die. Like, god damn, bro. God damn, at what point is the people's lives more important than the fucking job, bro?
They panic. The team leader has been trained for a lot of things, but not for this. Then there's another explosion. The robbers are trying to get through the door. The explosion mangles...
I'm making up this scenario in my mind based on such limited information that the team leader is some sort of evil fucking...
metal around the handle, but it stays intact. But after a third explosion, smoke enters the room. The staff needs to get out of here, fast. The team leader orders everyone into the main vault on the second floor.
Yeah, about time, man.
They leave the room through a secondary exit, take the stairs down several floors, and enter an airlock just outside the main vault. The airlock is designed for one person. Now 14 people have to squeeze inside, including a pregnant woman. In this hermetically sealed room, there's
Damn, what a story, man. You tell your kid, yeah, when you were in my stomach, you know what happened? Yeah, about 5 people blew up a bank vault and we had to get into this airtight bro. Like, the mom lore is crazy.
No cell reception. The group leader can't call building security or anyone else.
The group leader. The only group leader I know is from the TikTok Riz party, bro. That motherfucker, he might be the group leader, bro. He might be a Sigma.
And the door to the vault won't open. They're stuck. Their colleagues in the vault room are also panicking. Building security has instructed them to keep the airlock door closed. They have no visual on the robbers. Maybe they're even hiding among the employees in the airlock. It's so cramped in here that no one can move. The air is stuffy, the heat almost unbearable. Yenny's colleague struggles to pull out a photo of her daughter.
Yo, Yenny needs to wear a bra. God damn, is that just me that just saw that, bro? What the fuck? This is an animation, by the way. Like, you didn't have to flash us, bro. I'm sure there wasn't a description of what she was wearing. Like, god damn.
If the robbers want to get into the vault by blowing their way through the airlock, no one here will survive. Meanwhile, the robbers have entered the counting room. They carve into the cage's padlocks with a buzzsaw. The locks are gone within seconds.
Bro, this is some shit I would sit there and like make up if you asked me to, like in my English assignment. This is some shit I would make up. God damn, chainsawing the fucking door open.
They're packing. They seem oddly calm, as if they know that no one will catch them anytime soon.
That's crazy.
Robbing a place is a pretty unethical way to make money. But let's look at this list real quick. Rural...
Yeah, to be honest with you, as long as it's not like armed robbery, like this is obviously armed robbery, but as long as you're not like taking it off of someone, to be honest with you, as far as like selling drugs is more dangerous. Like if that gun wasn't a real gun, it wasn't loaded, like okay, like you're scaring people, you're not really killing anyone, you're not hurting anyone. I kind of like there's much more unethical ways to do it. I'd say selling drugs is more unethical. Well, you're selling fentanyl to people. Yeah, you're killing people, bro. That's what you're doing. You're a criminal. You're literally killing people.
And barely making it.
About robbing a place, like I'm sorry, I don't really fucking care where the money goes. Like the people are insured anyway.
For this one, ethnic second city strugglers. Or our personal favorite, credit crunched city families. These are real marketing lists, full of vulnerable people to be targeted by predatory ads. Hey, we heard you broke. Worried about securing your kid's future? The spiked chains Palm drove into aren't... Scan the QR code to get started. The spiked chains Palm drove into aren't the only ones. All around the depot, every access road is blocked by metal chains about 10 meters long. If a police car drove over one of these chains, its tires would instantly be sliced open. The robbery's been in progress for more than 15...
Can you not just fucking lift them up, like, for God's sakes?
Minutes now. The helicopter's still circling above, meaning the robbers are still inside. Police request aerial support from the military, but the armed forces can't provide any aircraft. Instead, police helicopters are ordered in. We don't know exactly how, But Inspector Palm eventually
What's the police helicopter gonna do? Fucking crash into it? Is this Vice City, bro?
gets close to the depot. He sets up a roadblock a few hundred meters away from the building. When Palm and his colleagues ask whether they're allowed to fire at the helicopter, the answer is a strict no. It's too dangerous. Instead,
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are you... No, I completely back that. Like, for a moment there, I was like, okay, he mysteriously appeared at the scene, and then he was like, don't fire at the helicopter. Is he in on it? Does he work with them? But nah, bro, what the fuck you wanna... Well, this is like basically a mini 9/11, bro. What, do you want to shoot the helicopter down? Where's the helicopter gonna go, buddy? Into a building?
they're ordered to wait for the National Task Force. Palm is frustrated. All he can do is stand there and wait. Luckily, the police helicopter
Frustrated? What, bro? You just want to start shooting strays at a helicopter, gang? This guy thinks he's fucking playing GTA, bro.
must already be on its way. Or is it? At 5:30 in the morning, police officers in Mittinga receive an alert. Robbery ongoing, a helicopter is involved. Air support required. 2 officers race toward the hangar.
Bro, I know they're hyped as fuck. I know they're like, god damn, bro, this is what I fucking work for. This is what I wake up for, bro. Robbery's involved. Oh, okay, some guy's got a wrench. He's at a liquor store. The helicopter's involved? I'm sorry, what? That's how you know it's lit, bro.
Their helicopter was returned just hours earlier. They'll have it ready in 10 minutes and be over Vestberga 15 minutes after the alarm. But at the entrance, they stop. Is that a bomb? There's no way they can reach the helicopter. And even if they could they really risk taking off in a fuel-filled helicopter next to explosives? The 2 officers have only one option. Call in the bomb squad.
They really thought about this shit. Wow. They knew that they would call the helicopters. They put bombs around the helicopters. Like, these people are smart as hell. They really thought about this, man. It reminds me of that one video of the person who escaped prison, and then he met he met a police officer outside, and he was like, you match the exact description. And then he thought about it for so long. Like, imagine you're in that cell. All you think about is what I'm gonna do when I escape. Like, of course, like, he says things like it's a fucking script. Like, he just says the perfect things to make the officer not suspect him, and he just lets him go. Perfect one-on-one match. He's near the prison. Like, it's just insane, bro. Like, genuinely, never underestimate what a person can do with time, bro. Like, time is powerful.
And wait at a safe distance. So the White Bell 206 keeps circling above the cash depot, unbothered. The security
God,
team
is it wrong to say I hope they get away with this, bro? Because no one's been hurt yet. Like, all that's being lost is money. I don't care.
watches as the intruders reappear in the courtyard and make their way toward the roof, carrying at least 7 bags. They hoist them up. The 3 men climb the ladders. One hesitates for a moment, as if he wants to go back in to get more of the money. Then they jump into the helicopter, bags in hand. And just 30 minutes after hitting the cash depot, they disappear into the morning sky. When the SWAT team enters the building, the robbers
Golly, bro. You already know they were dapping each other up in that helicopter, bro. Hell yeah, bro. You already know they were hyped as fuck, bro. Damn.
are long gone. Finally, the airlock door in the cash depot opens. The team leader, Jenny, and her colleagues are safe.
Good.
At the police hangar in Mittinga, the bomb squad is in full swing. They use a water cannon to neutralize the bombs. But there are no explosions and no smoke. As the special
They're so smart. They're so smart, bro. Like, I bet that gun wasn't real anyway, bro. Like, they're just smart with it. You get what I'm saying? This is the best type of robberies. Like, this is just... They robbed the place. They're all rich now. The only people losing is basically the government or the insurers. And we've got cinema. Like, absolute cinema happening in front of us. And you've got a Bangin' Fern video. That's the name of the channel. Like, I can't lie. This is a win-win situation for everyone. I mean, I feel bad for the people involved, like, who had to, like, hide and shit. That's pretty bad. But obviously... The people in charge of them really didn't care because they were more interested in securing the money than saving their lives.
unit approaches, they find 2 very wet plastic boxes with lights attached. They fell for dummies.
Yeah, of course it's a dummy. What do you mean? If they actually just wanted to kill people, they wouldn't have lights attached to it. What the fuck? That's like meta glasses when you're recording somebody just flashing. Of course there's not going to be flashing things on a bomb, bro.
Meanwhile,
Like, that's just peak Hollywood.
about a kilometer away, firefighters are putting out a small roadside fire at a bus stop. In the ashes, they find remains of a mask, gloves, a hatchet, a
No, don't tell me you botched the job, bro. Like, this is how you get caught. Just keep it on the helicopter.
canister, and a lighter. Around 6 a.m., people in nearby towns spot an object in the sky. A small white helicopter flying unusually low and slow over the forests.
Whoa.
Not a single light is on. The robbers land in a forested park. They take everything with them, leaving only a GPS device and a few cable ties behind. Investigators find the helicopter about 2 hours later. They learn it was stolen from a flight school about 70 kilometers northeast of Stockholm just after 4 a.m.
A manhunt is underway this morning.
As the country wakes up, the heist dominates the news. A reward of about $900,000 is offered for information on the robbers.
Oh, shut up. 900,000. They're laughing their way to the bank right now.
The next day, the Swedish police still
They're
have
laughing their way outside the bank, sorry. No pun intended.
no suspects, despite the fact that they knew about the planned helicopter heist long before it happened.
Whoa,
A
what?
month before the heist, Swedish police receive a warning from Serbia's intelligence service. A crew of international thieves is planning to strike. Serbian police even share specifics. A helicopter is to be used. 3 robbers will carry out the job, backed by a group of around 20 people.
Whoa.
The chopper will land on the roof of a multi-story building. The crew will blast their way inside and in under 5 minutes grab the equivalent of roughly $13 million. The whole thing will go down by September 16 at the latest. If not, the plan will be called off. The Swedish police put security measures in place. The public prosecutor...
Bro, what? They were warned about it? How do Serbian police know that? Like, people be underestimating intelligence services. Like, that's the one thing I learned. What's the guy on TikTok that be going on, like, podcasts talking about his time in the CIA? But, like, he's just talking to people, and he's like, yeah, the Greeks version of the CIA and the Greeks intelligence, they warned the USA, and the USA warned Germany. Like, they're all locked in. They all be, like, telling each other shit. It's kind of crazy, bro.
Authorizes phone surveillance of 2 suspects. As a precaution, police helicopters are moved from Ittinga to a safe location. For the planned break-in, the police identified the most likely target, the Panaxia Cash Depot in Bromma, in western Stockholm. The second most likely target, the G4S Depot in Västberga. For 4 weeks, authorities remain on high alert, reinforcing their task forces during the nights around September 16. But then, nothing happens. In Bromma,
Oh my god, they even outsmarted the system. They outsmarted the Serbian intelligence, bro.
in Västberga. So the police end the special operation, and the police helicopters move back to Mittinga. That's not the only vulnerability the robbers exploit. In the early 2000s, Sweden sees a string of robberies. The companies hit hardest are the ones that run cash depots. They're looking for help, including from the government. As early as 2005, a security company urged the government to place all cash depots and similar facilities under state protection. A formal review followed and ran for 3 years, but the Ministry of Defense took no action. Because the authorities never classified these facilities as protected sites, virtually anyone can access the building's blueprints.
What? Oh, that's kind of insane, I can't lie. Obviously, that's how they plan heists. How do you access blueprints in the first place? So you just find a website online? That's crazy. So you just access the blueprint. God, hosting a heist might not be as difficult as we think it is. Like, if you literally have the exact layout of the building, you can recreate the glass, you can recreate what tools they used, you can recreate, and you can literally just, that's what they do. Like, for example, before they rob a safe, they get an exact replica of that safe, and then they practice on it and see how fast they can open it and shit like that.
Floor plans of the roofs and facades, staircases and windows, everything neatly documented level by level. A Swedish news outlet later asked G4S whether the company had attempted to make the Västberga building plans confidential. G4S didn't respond. But by then, it didn't matter. The money was gone. And so were the thieves. But they didn't vanish without a trace.
Ooh,
In fact, they left quite a bit behind.
idiots, man.
The burned remains at the bus stop in Mittinga, for example. The cable ties used to secure the ladders to the helicopter. The sledgehammer that smashed the glass roof, including bloodstains.
Oh,
Because the heist was so meticulously planned,
yeah, it's done, bro. They caught them. Like, they got your DNA. Like, as long as you have no record of you going to have DNA or any fingerprints. Like, a lot of people don't realize. For example, if you're a gypsy and you don't even have, like, a record and the government doesn't know that you exist, you basically have free reign. That's what I'll never understand, bro. You can basically do whatever. You're never gonna get caught. They have no record of you even existing, bro. Like, that's how they match people. Like, for example, oh, I found someone that looks like this. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, in the olden days, it was so easy to commit crime because they had no record of you. Well, nowadays, it's the same thing. They basically have no record of anybody. Like, even if they find it, like, a lot of people don't have records. Like, most people in, like, first world countries do, like, when you're born and shit. But, like, a lot of people don't have records, bro. Like, if they find your fingerprints at, like, 50 different scenes, all they'll know is that it was the same person. They wouldn't know, they can't track it back to you as long as you don't have never fingerprinted, which unfortunately I have. But not that I'm gonna fucking rob a place though, like.
And police believe the masterminds must have had military training.
Like, for example, if you like get a visa, or like you apply for like certain paperworks, or if you ever get like arrested, yeah, like shit like that. Like some people, those people have like records online, but most people don't.
Sweden, only a small circle of people could be capable of pulling off a coup like this. Thanks to the warning from Serbia, the Swedish police started surveilling this circle in time. Now they're sitting on a mountain of data, calls, texts, pages upon pages of logs.
Okay.
One of the people under surveillance is a man called Goran Bojovic, a 38-year-old Swede with parents from Montenegro. Until recently, he worked as a construction contractor. According to Serbian wiretaps, he was recently in contact with a childhood friend, Milan Zevo, who made a career in a completely different field, the Stockholm Mafia. Zevo has since relocated to Serbia's capital, Belgrade. In 2009, Bojovic traveled to Belgrade multiple times to meet Zevo. According to the wiretap, Bojovic handed over large sums of money during these visits. Swedish police realized that Bojovic is asking Zevo for help. At the end of August, the two speak on the phone. You know what? I called a school here and asked how much it costs to learn it. 15,000 euros. Bojovic wants to learn to fly a helicopter. Zevo shuts.
Bro, come on. This is so obvious. Like, you gotta, if you're planning a heist this fucking big, you can't be over here, being so obvious and being on the phone and using a regular phone. You gotta use, like, Telegram or some shit. You can't be over here using your regular SMS.
The idea down. Pilot training would take way too long. So Bojovic starts looking into another solution. It's September 2, 3 weeks before the heist. Bojovic is in his car, driving toward Hepsholmen, the small island in Stockholm. It has a museum right on the waterfront. Bojovic is here to meet these two men. They've been waiting for him. He walks up to them and sits down between them. Just a few meters away, a woman walks her dog. Her real job is to observe Goran Bojovic. She can't hear exactly what the men are saying. She can only keep an eye on them. The three chat for about 5 minutes with Bojovic doing most of the talking. Then, handshakes. One man walks with Bojovic to his car while the other gets into a Peugeot and drives off. On September 28,
Bro, I wonder how many people are just like CIA operatives or like intelligence services like this, like undercover feds. That's crazy. Imagine that's your job. That would low-key be a fun-ass job, bro. Like, I'm gonna start looking at people different, bro. Like, walking down the street, I'm like, yo, is she following me? Is she trying to track me? Bro, I'm acting like I have the most interesting life ever. I'm a law-abiding ass citizen, bro. What the fuck am I on about?
5 days after the heist, the police and a Swedish court announced that 6 suspects have been arrested. One of the suspects is Goran Bojovic. Searching his apartment, investigators found a bag containing about 118,500 kroner.
That's nothing,
roughly
bro.
$15,000 at the time. He's believed to have put the team together. Another man is arrested at Arlanda Airport just before he can escape to the Canary Islands. The press nicknames him.
Ooh, bro, those ones hurt the most, bro. Like, imagine being a criminal and you're so close to escaping. You're literally about to hop on that flight where they can't reach you, and you get caught, bro. That must be like top 5 worst things you could go through, bro.
Flykt, which means escape in Swedish. His real name is Alexander Eriksson. He's a TV producer who runs in high society circles with Swedish celebrities. He's even rumored to be in contact with the Prime Minister.
What?
Between October and December, police arrest 7 more men accused of helping plan or taking part in the heist. One of them is believed to have planted the fake bombs. His DNA is found in the remains of the gloves and the lighter.
Yeah.
In January, investigators identified the man who carried the submachine gun. The police already know him. His name is Zara Kadum, and this was his second armed robbery. Back in 2000, he and a gang stole invaluable art from the Swedish National Museum. He was caught and served 2 years in prison. Now he's been caught again.
2 years for going into a museum with a gun? God damn, bro. They really be handing out light-ass sentences.
In July 2010, the public prosecutor presses charges. While the 10 arrests are seen as a major success for the investigation, authorities believe there must have been more people involved behind the scenes. For over 10 months, the police gather evidence and interview witnesses. 50
Bro, they must be out of the country by now. Come on, if it takes them, like, come on, you robbed the bank for 150 million and you're still in the same fucking country, bro. Like, I know Sweden's probably a lovely place, but what are you doing there, bro?
Investigators work the case full time. By now,
Oh, wow.
they have a clear picture of how much the robbers managed to steal. Almost 40 million kroner, about $5 million at the time.
What? That's nothing, man. Like, not to come off as like that, but they robbed a helicopter, put a fake bomb outside it. Bro, 5 million is nothing.
That's how they managed to get away by helicopter, not taking too much.
Bro, they could have made more fucking money starting a YouTube channel together. Like, if they started a family YouTube channel, they could have made more money.
Just under a year after the robbery, the 10 men stand trial. 5 of them were accused of being directly involved in the heist. The other 5 face charges of aiding and abetting. The public prosecutor is confident there's enough evidence to convict all of them. But the men deny the charges.
Yeah,
Take Alexander Eriksson, the TV producer. He's accused of flying the helicopter on the night of the heist. No way, he insists. His DNA in the stolen helicopter? That's easily explained, he says. After all, the chopper was stolen from the flight school he's been a member of for 15 years.
Ooh.
The undercover officer at the museum clearly identifies him as the man in the suit at the meeting with Boyevich. Eriksson admits he was at the meeting. And yes, he talked to Boyevich. But about wind power, since Boyevich works in construction.
Oh my God.
He claims to have an alibi, too. On the night of the heist, he was involved in a car accident. But there's a problem. An hour after the supposed accident, he's spotted at a local McDonald's, about a 30-minute walk from where the helicopter was later found. Surveillance footage shows Eriksson calmly...
Oh my God, McDonald's keeps the footage for how fucking long, bro? Like, is McDonald's really keeping the footage for this long? Like, months afterwards? Oh, goddamn, bro. We live in a surveillance society, bro. Like, the whole, especially the UK. The UK, like, there's more cameras than people, and they're all tracking you. Even, like, the Ring doorbells. The authorities can pull footage from the Ring doorbells. Like, they track you everywhere, man. If you can be at home jerking off, they've got footage of that.
Ordering breakfast just before 7 a.m. How did he get from
McDonald's breakfast? How do we feel about that? I don't know, man.
a car crash in central Stockholm to a McDonald's in the suburbs?
I usually just wait until the real menu comes on. I ain't having no breakfast menu.
The prosecution is convinced that 2 of the other defendants staged the crash to give him an alibi. Surprisingly, one of them, Zadokadhum, admits his involvement.
Whoa.
Investigators found his blood on multiple pieces of evidence. The other defendants continue to deny any involvement in the heist. But after just 18 days of trial, 7 of the 10 defendants are convicted. Alexander Eriksson and Zadokadhum are each sentenced to 7 years in prison for armed robbery. The other 5 defendants are found guilty of aiding, abetting, and protecting criminals.
Less than 5?
Including Goran Boyevich, who also goes to prison. Before the trial, they were seen as daring, clever crooks. None of them were elite soldiers in the Balkan Wars, as was speculated. But the trial stripped them of their mystique. They turned out to be nothing more than a ragtag group of violent criminals.
That's just so facts, bro. Like, the Louvre robbery, man. Being a criminal is more about having balls than it is actually being smart or good, bro. Like, so that's so true. Like, being a criminal is much more about just having the kahunas to actually just walk into a place with a gun, bro. Like, that takes balls. The wrong type of balls, but it does take balls, bro. Like, that for example, the Louvre robbery. Bro, it was like 3 people, like 3 friends. Like, imagine you and your boys were like, yeah, let's rob a big museum. And you were all like down to do it. That's basically the people. That's how experienced they were. That's how up to the task they were. Just average ass people. They put a ladder on the window, climbed in, broke a window, and started breaking glass, bro. Like, that's something you and the boys can do, but it takes balls, bro. How are you gonna get 3 idiots willing to throw their life away, bro?
After the
By the
heist,
way, they got away with it, so I mean, I guess I'm the idiot here.
heated debate broke out in Sweden over how such attacks could be prevented in the future. Trade unions spoke out. Handling cash creates a dangerous work environment for employees. So,
Bro, $5 million, bro, that's nothing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. For the government to take it as this big deal. $5 million?
for their protection, maybe they should just get rid of it. According to a report from the
You're gonna get rid of cash over $5 million? Oh, shut up.
banking union, 1 in 4 retail workers had already been a victim of a robbery.
Oh,
some
wow.
multiple times.
Oh, wow.
And according to an anti-cash lobby group, 2 out of every 3 Swedish kroner in circulation was actually unreported money. The helicopter heist in Vesberga contributed to a shift in thinking. Over time, cash gradually disappeared from daily life. Sweden was the first country in Europe to print paper money back in 1661.
Wow.
About 350 years later, it was one of the first to start abandoning it. The number of robberies in Sweden dropped dramatically. In 2008, there were over 100.
Oh my god, I just realized this was back in the day, man, when everything was cash. There wasn't as many people using online. Like, nowadays, if you rob the McDonald's, you're gonna get, like, max $1,000. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They do not keep cash on them, bro. It's all online. But back in the day, yeah, I guess they had, like, 40 grand back there, back in the till.
By 2016, it was down to just 2. Today, many
Whoa.
shops only accept cashless payment. Theft happens online now.
Yeah.
In 2025, the Swedish Central Bank reported that Sweden and Norway had the least cash in circulation relative to their economies of any countries in the world. But some cash is still around, and someone somewhere has quite a lot of it, because the money from the Vestberga heist was never recovered.
Oh my god. Yo, this guy's a pro. Yo, he's crazy. Goosebumps. Damn. Wow. I never even wondered where the money went. I completely skipped over that. Bro, nah, that can't just be me who had just the craziest goosebumps right now. The money was never recovered. God damn. Absolute banger, man. Go subscribe to Fern. W video. Subscribe if you like this video. See ya.